Well, NBC is reporting staffing levels at the control tower at Reagan Airport were not normal at the time of the crash. Data shows many facilities across the country do have low staffing. Industry experts say the nation is still short some 3,000 air traffic controllers. And that increased workload can make the already demanding job more complicated. Jennifer Hoff is digging deeper into the training requirements and if it's impacting MSP. Jennifer?
Lauren, the FAA didn't respond to my request about how many controllers are employed at MSP and whether there's a shortage. But there is national data that points to dozens of what are called conflict incidents there, with some pilots reporting aircraft barely missing one another.
All right, copy 1960. You can enter the pad by the directional arrow and follow center line down to position number 2.
It's often called one of the most stressful jobs. So much the Federal Aviation Administration requires air traffic controllers to retire by 56. But years of employee turnover, tight budgets, and the pandemic leads the FAA to estimate it's short some 3,000 of them.
Copy 1632. You can enter the pad.
Who are critical to pilots like Mina Carlson.
Your air traffic controller is your extra set of eyes on the ground that's keeping you safe as you're transferring through the air.
The Air Force flight engineer says commercial and military training standards are just as high for air traffic controllers, who first have to complete the FAA Academy, followed by up to 5 years of on-the-job training, stalling some of the most recent hires.
There's a lot of effort being put out there for attracting and recruiting, but we also need to talk about, can we feasibly train in the demand that we have?
5717.
An understaffed workforce can lead to dangerous mistakes, some of which are documented nationally by NASA over the last 35 years. Data showing 200 so-called conflict incidents at MSP, 28 of them since 2015. A notable near miss happening 4 years ago when a plane's pilot reported a helicopter only 200 feet away, saying it never should have been that close.
Iceman Delta 2530.
2530, go ahead.
Not unlike what happened last night, leaving Carlson in disbelief, but still in love with aviation.
Immediately, I was like, well, who is involved? Because in our community, our aerospace community is super small, and it's the ultimate feeling of freedom in flying.
And what's more, tonight there is still confusion whether President Trump's hiring freeze impacts hiring air traffic controllers in the future. It would seem that this order doesn't apply to national security, but their roles could also fall under public safety professionals. Carlson calling the memo elusive and vague, saying anyone in such safety critical positions should simply just be exempt. Lauren?
All right, a lot of interesting information. Jennifer, thank you.